welcome to another video. I'm at RSPB Conwy today. I've been here once before, so this is kind of a combination of today's video and that video. As you've just seen, the car park, there's plenty of spaces in the car park. I came through the visitor centre. It's usually about £6 for an adult to get in, but I am a RSPB member, so obviously I've got free entry to all their sites, and car parking is free as well. I'll just slide that one in there. So as you've seen, the shop is well stocked with books and binoculars, monoculars, tripods, you name it, they've got it all here. They also sell wild bird feed in bulk and everything you need to feed your garden birds. So I'm off now to grab a sausage butty and a brew before we get cracking with this video. Excuse me, ladies. So just next to the cafe area, I will not get anybody in the shot, so here's a little viewing room. So I'm at the pond area. There's a pond this side and there's a pond that side. It has got quite a bit of algae in it today, this time of year, but like I say, we're in summer, so we expect algae. Can't really see anything, but this is where you're going to get your dragonflies and your creepy crawlies and your boatsmen and all that kind of thing. And to help you out, there's a sign just here. This will help you identify all them creepy crawlies and the stuff that you're likely to find in these two ponds, which coincidentally was funded by the National Lottery. So now I'm on the Blue Tick Trail, and we've got an insect hotel here. I've just noticed for the kids on this reserve, they do put stuffed birds for the kids to look at, and they go, "Oh look, I've seen a robin." And just here we have our first screen, and in here is feeders for obviously the great tits, the blue tits, and sparrows and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to have a couple of minutes here and with the camera and see what comes along. By the way, I've got a new bit of gear today as well, so a bit more about that later on. So here we are at the boardwalk viewpoint. Let's go and have a look. So the RSPB do put signage up so you can identify if you're a beginner to bird watching and you're not quite sure what you're looking at. So when you come here, it's always best exploring. You can get a map from the shop. If you ask at the shop, they'll give you a map of all the footpaths, and the footpaths go everywhere. Last time I came, I didn't even know this was here. I knew of the boardwalk, but I didn't know they had this here. Just shows you, eh? Not much activity at the moment. 2 jackdaws so far. Now whether this is actually tidal, I don't think it is tidal, I think it is fresh water, and I think it's just because the summer's been so dry that there's hardly any water in this one anyway. I know there will be further round. So the new bit of gear that I've brought with me today is actually a spotting scope. Now I've had one of these before because I bought it on Amazon, and Amazon said, yeah, you've had one of these before. It was a few years ago like, and I don't think I ever featured it on the channel before. So because I've cycled here today and I've come from Rill to Conwy, which is 15 mile, I stopped for a 10-minute break and I got lost for 20 minutes because Mr. Von Google search decided that there was a road when it was actually someone's back garden. So that didn't work out too well. So I had to get basically to the train station and ask directions from then, and it was straightforward after that. So yeah, it's been a challenging day so far. We are in ideal conditions. The sun's not blazing yet, and there's no wind, which is great for high magnifications. So the spotting scope I brought actually has an adapter for a mobile phone on it, or it comes with it, should I say. So I've switched cameras over now. I'm filming on the bridge camera. So the footage that I use for the spotting scope, I'll put an icon somewhere on the screen of a little camera symbol so you know that I'm using that spotting scope, and the rest will be done with the bridge camera. Right, that's me waffling again. Let's get on it and find some birds. Right, I found a signpost. Am I really going to try and pronounce that? Clwflanau? Haven't got a clue. I'm sure some Welsh person that's watching this video now is screaming at me. Or they might even leave in the comments below how to actually pronounce stuff. I've lived in Wales 25 years. I know certain words, but I'm lost on a lot of them, I'll admit it. Right, there's a hide down here somewhere. Oh, we've got signposts. Visitor centre. Right, so that's a hide. And there's another hide down there. So we'll go to this one first. Looks quite open, this one. This is actually split into 2 sections, this hide. So you've got this, and you've got the open bit here where there's no glass and resting spaces for your gear. And then the other side, you've got another hide. I can't believe I haven't bumped into anybody yet. It's a Saturday. Where is everybody? I do know there's a charity run going on today from here. So whether they'll all pile in here later on, I don't know. But like I say, again, this is glass. The windows don't open on either side of this hide. You have got the option of using that bit there where there's no glass. I would imagine if the wind's blowing in the wrong direction and it's quite strong, if you're on high magnification, you're going to be shaking all over the place. But like I say, I don't like particularly filming through glass, although it looks like this is single pane, so it shouldn't be too bad. So what I would recommend in this situation, if the weather was that bad that you had to take refuge, is bring some, I know we all bring wipes for our lenses and what have you, but bring some actual wipes that are designed for windows. Might help you out. Right, let's continue on to the next hide. This one's looking a little bit, that's the same one we've just been to over there, so it's looking a bit dry, that one, but there's a bit of water in that one over there, and right in the distance that's the estuary. So let's go to the next hide. Right, so here's the new toy. It's the South Bonnie, I think that's how you pronounce it. 25 by 75 by 70 millimeter spotting scope. I've put a quick release mount on it because my tripods, this is its own tripod, but all my tripods have this kind of mount on so that I can swap cameras and optical equipment out quite quickly. So the 25 to 75 bit means that it magnifies from 25 up to 75, and that's done by moving the eyepiece. The last number, the 70, means that's the size of the objective lens at the front. It does come with a sunscreen or sunshade, and it's fully waterproof. This little wheel here is your focus wheel, and one great thing about this particular spotting scope, it comes with a smartphone adapter that goes over the eyepiece so you can record whatever you're looking through. I have tried it and it does work. So I'm not going to bang on too much about this today. Obviously I'll be using some footage, and I will do a separate review on this on its own. It's great, yeah, it's cheap, it does the job. I mean, you can spend, like in the shop, £1,000 and odd on a spotting scope. Yeah, the optics are going to be a lot better. I was going to nearly swear then. They're going to be a lot better, but for my purposes, because I don't do bird watching all the time, for my purposes, it's ideal. So to put it on my mount, I think these are called Luenzi or Lanzi mounts, and it's a quick release, so you can see the 2 feet in there probably. Stick it on and it should click into place, and then you can lock it with the red one here. That's locked. That won't come off for want of money until it's unlocked. The only downside with, I'll just spin you around a little bit. The only downside with this, with its own tripod, is you've got movement this way and you've got movement that way, but if it's unstable and you need to straighten it out, then you can't, because there's no adjustment on the legs. So that's something that I might look at, getting a small tripod like this that's got adjustable legs on it, so you can just fine tune it. But let's see what's out there today. Big cobweb there, so let's get rid of that first. I do like nature, but unfortunately when it messes with your view, because at 75 magnification, you can imagine that spider's web going to look like a piece of rope. Just let me check there's nothing on the lens. No, we're all right, we're all good. Let's get it trained on something. Focus it in. Oh yeah, it's crystal clear. It's always going to be better with your eye rather than having a smartphone on it, obviously, because your smartphone's got glass in the lens as well. So the more glass you put between, oh, there's a little egret there. The more glass you put between you and the object that you're looking at, the worse it's going to be, and that's just the way it goes. Two coots having a bit of a fight. Right, let's see if we can get this little egret for you. Well, like I said, the tide's out, but imagine coming to work and having that as your office view in the morning. Beautiful. Right folks, that concludes this video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. If you have, give it a thumbs up, you know what to do. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button and the bell, and that'll notify you every time I upload a new video. Not all about bird watching, but generally something to do with the outdoors. Right, that's me waffling. I've got about an hour and a half cycle ahead of me back to Rhyl. So I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.